Almost there.
Almost there, but not just yet. Can they hear us?
Oh, they can hear us.
Hi, guys.
And,
You can't see us yet, but hello, we're here.
Yeah, we're trying something new.
Oh, wait. We're not centered, are we?
That's okay. I need to be over here.
We're centered for Instagram, so we did something different this this last Sunday of September. We are also live on Instagram.
Yes.
Do I need to scoot over?
Come towards me, but watch out for my feet. There we go. There you go.
Okay. So from Instagram Live, Too Hip for TV says hi. Hi.
Hello.
So, yeah, this is Millennial-Boom.
We do this we try to do it every
I'm
weekend.
sitting really close to you
I know, this
tonight.
is like too
yes.
close. Oh,
Ow.
Stop.
No, I like being close.
No.
But your elbow's kind of hard.
That's right. Well, I don't want a soft elbow.
Oh, yeah, so that. But, okay.
Yeah. So if I went this way.
Yeah, you have to go that way.
Okay. There we go.
There you go.
That's better. All right. We couldn't figure that out.
I was going to start singing just.
But am I still there, though?
Yeah, you're still. Oh.
See, that's what we tried to. That's fine. I'm right there.
It's like all of here now.
That's okay. Hi.
Hi, guys.
So, if you read our title, we're about to experience a heat wave for 3 days.
I guess.
And we're on the coast. And the National Weather Service is saying it could reach, 93 degrees. Now, for those back east and in Hong Kong and all those people who have heat and know what it feels like, we have heat. When we have heat, we don't have air conditioning.
Oh, yeah, we don't. So we're burning it up.
So we literally, people have to open all the windows up. And it's weird because the last time they said the last time heat this bad was 2 years ago.
That's when we moved here.
Remember that when we first moved here?
Yeah. And when it's hot, everyone comes to the coast. But when it's hot on the coast, you're kind of like, that's it.
It's like, what do you do when you're on the coast?
You just go into the ocean.
I heard someone said it might be 109 degrees in Oakland.
That sounds bad.
Can you imagine 109 degrees in Oakland, California?
So here's my question then. Since there was an earthquake last night that we didn't feel, technically I guess it was in the morning, right?
It was like 2:47 according to Felix.
Oh yeah, so Felix on YouTube says, the 4.2 earthquake last night, 2:47 a.m. was 20 minutes from my home. Hollister, I was eating and it was scary. I can't imagine the Loma Prieta.
Okay, now for the record.
Wait, I have a couple of things I want to say about this comment.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, why are you eating at 2:47 in the morning?
Maybe you have an overnight job.
Maybe you do have an overnight job. Okay, I know how that is. I actually used to eat at that time too. And yeah, Loma Prieta was like 6.9, so it was much bigger.
Yes. Yeah. So, much bigger. Now, I was actually in the Loma Prieta quake. That was my first large earthquake. That was my first one, and that was to me, that was like it was seeing things that I never thought I would see, like looking at tar on the street, parking lots, moving like it was water, was the craziest thing I have ever seen in my life. And if you've never experienced an earthquake before, imagine everything that you've ever learned about solid ground, throw it out the window. Everything you ever learned about solid ground, I want you to throw it out the window. Because it goes out once you see the ground move. And you realize that we are really insignificant when you look at the things on this planet.
Like we really have no control.
We have no control. It's like, if you've ever been in a spin out when you're driving, you ever spun out before? Like lost control?
Very minimal, yeah.
What's a minimal spin out?
Like where it was just kind of like, grrr.
That's not a spin out. That's just skidding. Spin out is when you're literally turning and you have zero control of the vehicle.
No.
Okay, I was in that once.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving, and this is all about the earthquake. I'm driving from Monterey to Salinas, and it was black ice. And as I make the left turn off of Reservation Road to go down the road to go into Salinas, my car, it was a Volvo, just started spinning. I made the turn. It wasn't a fast turn. It wasn't excessive speed. It was about 11 o'clock. It was like midnight, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. And I make the turn. Next thing you know, I'm doing this. And when you do that...
So you're kind of doing like involuntary donuts.
Right, but you have no control.
That's why I said involuntary.
Yeah, involuntary is right. So with the earthquake with Loma Prieta, and if you've never experienced it, black ice can happen in Salinas. It gets pretty cold there at nighttime, in the wintertime. And yes, we do get black ice, usually over bridges and overpasses. common thing out here. We have it out here all the time. As a matter of fact, on the 280, which is not too far from us, they warn you every winter about black ice because it literally gets super cold at nighttime.
Like, it doesn't snow here.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't snow
a lot,
but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't get like, asshole deep snow, but it does snow.
Why does it have to be a-hole deep?
That's what I learned when I was a kid. When the snow was so deep.
You learned that when you were a kid?
Yeah, I learned when I was a kid. It was called asshole deep snow.
That's horrible.
It's so deep snow it's up to your waist.
That's horrible.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the earthquake. So let me tell you my experience. So I'm literally sitting I was working back then high tech wasn't really like it is now where everybody's like trillionaires and stuff like that. So I'm sitting at my little desk. I was high tech. I was a chemical, I was in charge of all the chemicals that went through the system to make sure they could make the microchips that were good. We made military microchips. And you froze sometime and then the audio goes out of sync. And before you say it on my internet, the text, the blue background at the bottom of the video keeps scrolling.
Kept scrolling.
Okay, well, all right. Well, I can't control what I can't control. Anyway, so I go to work on that fateful day. What day was it? October
17th.
Okay, so I go to work.
1989.
The morning of October 17th, a normal day, like any other day. I drive to work. I park my car. And now I wear what is called a bunny suit. You know what a bunny suit is?
Yeah.
You know? What is a bunny suit?
I know it because you told the story like a bunch of times.
Have I told you?
Most may have not heard this, but I'm just saying I know what it is.
We've told this story a bunch of times, so we won't tell it anymore.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant I've heard you tell this story a lot of times. So yes, by now I know what a bunny suit is. Okay. Yes.
So I have a bunny suit. It's a full body suit that you have to.
You just got a little sensitive over that. I just meant that I've heard this story many times. I didn't say they did.
You're like, oh yeah, I've heard this before. I'm gonna go get me something to drink.
Anyways.
I'm
gonna go get me something to drink.
So it's a normal day. I go to work, I check in, I do my work. I'm in the office. Now, if we have a power failure, which they happen every now and then. Mm-hmm. Hello, Mr. Anderson.
Hello, Mr. Anderson.
We know that once the power goes out, we have to literally go back and redig. We have to clean out all they call them. They were metal glass. I forgot what you call them. It's been such a long time. We pull the glass out. And
oh, never mind. I was gonna say, but quartz. I don't know. Yeah.
So we had to take the quartz out, which was super long. When I say long, they were like super long.
Gargantuan.
And get them all cleaned again and scrub them down. So I knew that whenever the power goes out, that means we're going to be doing that for a long. And then we have to change all the chemicals because at that point, when the power goes out, the chemicals get contaminated. Mm. And microchips get contaminated real easy when you're dealing with sulfuric acid and things like that. Really, really, really really rough chemicals. More rough than you've ever seen before. Rougher than ever. So,
no comment.
So anyway, I'm sitting at my desk just like I am right here.
Yeah.
And the power goes out. And I'm like, oh, Lord, we're going to be here all night now because I was close to getting off. But I knew that once it happens, it's pretty much overtime for everybody. So that's how quick it happened. The power went out, and then the power came back on again. Mm-hmm. And then, I swear, if God is my witness, the wall that in front of my desk went like here, and then here again.
You think the wall moved up to you?
It felt like it moved up to me. That's how strong that quake was.
Okay.
And, so bunny suits, you're not allowed to get, so for some reason the audio's out of sync.
On
for
YouTube.
Some people on YouTube.
Okay. What about those that are on Instagram and Twitch? Is the audio out of sync for you guys?
Arcade Revolution, hello.
Hi, guys.
So anyway, we'll try to go through, and if you have a problem, log out and log back in again and see if that helps your problem. It looks fine on our end right now, so I can't do it. Apparently it's the same on Twitch. It's on all the platforms. So the only option I have is to reboot, but then you lose everybody. I'm not going to do that. So just bear with me, everybody. Hopefully we'll...
Well, it's still early enough that if you did it, it might not be...
Definitely going to avoid San Andreas Fault. Well, you know what? It's kind of hard to ignore the San Andreas Fault because we have like 26 different, maybe more faults around here. It's not my fault. But we actually live on the San Andreas Fault.
Yeah. I think it looks like we're out of sync for everyone. Maybe we should do a reset.
All right,
real quick.
All right, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to try a reset.
We're on TikTok too?
We're going to...
It says the audio on TikTok is fine. Oh, no, he took it back. Maybe he meant Twitch. Oh, no.
You can exit and re-enter without ending the stream. Okay, I don't know how to do that because it just says, I'll have a button here that says end stream. It doesn't say exit.
So Instagram audio is fine. Okay.
No, Instagram is because we're going directly into it.
Yeah.
All right. So...
so we don't have to restart Instagram.
No.
Instagram gets to see the behind the scenes because as we restart the restream, we'll still be on Instagram.
Yeah, so hold on 1 second while I try this. We're going to go into, if you're on Instagram, you'll still see us.
Yeah. You'll see our like little mixer and everything on well, that's not the mixer. You'll see our little audio thing on the table.
Yeah, need help. Let me see what that says. Hi, all system operational. Okay, well, it's telling me everything's working fine. But we'll try it. So bear with me. Everything on my end says it's working fine. But if it's not going out fine, then it's not going out fine.
Chris says, I'm going to just move to Japan, dozens of tiny quakes a day.
All right, so real quickly, talk to everybody on Instagram. Everybody on there, say hi to them. Instagram.
Hi, Instagram folks.
Hello, Instagram. We are in the middle of a reboot because everyone else, like in Hong Kong and other different parts of the country, can't.
No, our audio is not in sync on Twitch. So we're on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter.
Yeah.
Anything else? And I guess our audio is not in sync and LinkedIn. So our audio is not in sync.
All right, here we go. We're doing a reboot.
So we're doing a quick reboot.
Okay, and now we're back, just like that. So.
I'm delayed, so.
Yeah, I know. It'll take a second.
Arcade Rev says, so your audio isn't a boy band, Diane? No, it's not, because I said NSYNC.
NSYNC.
It's not NSYNC. No, it's not a boy band. It's not Justin. It's not Lance. It's not.
Okay. So are we back? Yes, we are.
Okay.
Now, are we still out of sync? Probably, but.
Gabriel says back and synced.
Yay! Okay. So.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
All right. So back to the story I was saying with the earthquake and everything. So that was my very first quake. Now, back to I had on my full bunny suit. Mm-hmm. I had no idea what it was. I literally thought a train had derailed outside because there was a train. The Amtrak goes by in Salinas, so it sometimes makes noise. So I'm assuming it must be, oh my God, the train was derailed. So I run out. Now you're not supposed to leave the cleaning room with your bunny suit.
Don't you have a picture of you in your bunny suit?
I do. No, that was. The picture you saw me was my hazmat suit.
Oh, okay.
The green one.
I don't think I've ever. No, okay. So every time you say bunny suit, hazmat suit.
No, hazmat suit's different.
Okay.
Okay. So what I was saying was, so I ran out the door. There's a big giant, those big giant. I'm gonna try to make this as visual as possible. Those big giant gates, the big roll-up gates.
Yes.
When you want to drive a big rig in, you roll it all the way.
And it's like going into a garage.
So I roll the gate open, and real quick, and I look out the door, and all I see is the ground. The cars going like this, and the ground waving like the ocean. And I just stood there like this, like, what the hell? And then you hear the emergency broadcast signal. Oh wait, that might have been after, because after I came out and I saw the ground moving, all the doors flung open, and all the bunny suits came pouring out.
Where were all of your coworkers?
They were all working in the fab. It's called a fab, so fabrication. So we're all in fab, and everybody rushes out in their bunny suits, and we're like, oh wow. So now we have to stand in what we call a staging area. And that's when somebody turns on the radio in their car and you hear the emergency broadcast signal. Mm-hmm. We've always heard the test. Never heard it in real life.
Test, yeah.
Oh no, I did hear it in real life when I was in Philadelphia and we had a hurricane. And they would do the signals that the hurricane was
Philadelphia gets hurricanes?
Yes, it's on the East Coast.
Okay, yeah. That's something I didn't really think of because I was thinking it's farther up, but okay.
No. It takes a while to get there. It's like Aunt Margaret, she's coming.
Wow.
Just takes her a while to get there.
Okay.
And then when she gets there,
I think that was a really bad example.
She tears everything up.
That was a really bad example, but okay.
So anyway, back to the earthquake. Now keep in mind, my sister, Cheryl, who lives in Georgia now, who just got through a hurricane, ironically, was home because I had flown. She moved her out here as well, and she was in the closet. She was in the shower when it hit. She jumped out the closet, out the shower, jumped in the closet.
Because she had never experienced.
She never
an
experienced
earthquake.
earthquake before. Didn't know what it was. So she's in the closet, apparently buck naked, in a fetal position because she didn't know what just happened. All she knew was that everything that she ever knew about the ground changed. And unlike hurricanes, you get a warning. You get a warning for hurricanes. You get a warning for tornadoes. You get a warning for snowstorms and blizzards. Earthquakes are like that surprise uncle.
They're trying to be better with that. With with the My Shake app, but it's only like 10 seconds.
10 seconds, right? But if remember that one time though, it woke us up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, but it was an earthquake like 230 miles away.
And if you don't live out here, we get these new things called earthquake monitor, and it goes earthquake, 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 and then you have to seek shelter. Well, we did the other day. She was underneath we had a glass table that's really sturdy.
Not the other day.
No, the last time it happened.
Yeah.
And she's like, why don't you get under here? I said, because I'm an old school earthquake person. If I don't feel it, it didn't happen. And it never happened. So we got a warning for a quake that never happened.
Well, how was I supposed to know it wasn't going to happen?
Well, I like to wait.
You know what I mean?
I like to wait, to ride it like this to see if it's going to be that. Because, the earthquake, I have 4 levels of earthquake. 4? 4, yeah.
Someone the other day pointed out how, you can't count, you can say a number, but you just can't put up the right number of fingers. That was yesterday, wasn't it? You said,
my brain
said I have 3, and then you put 2.
No, I had 3, but I held up 4.
And you had 1 job, but you put up number 2. I have 1 job, guys, just 1 job.
Well, you know why? Because that's my clone. Anyway.
Okay.
So I have 4 levels of earthquake awareness.
4 levels, okay.
The first was, I think we're having an earthquake. Second one is, the ground is shaking. Third one is, do I need to move? And the fourth one is, oh man, seek shelter.
And at that point, the ceiling has hit your head already.
I've never, so I've been in, the earthquakes I've been in is, the Northridge one was a big one. That was so big.
Name them in chronological order.
I don't know if I can do that, but I'll try. So Loma Prieta was my first. Then Big Bear, and then Landers, and then Northridge. Those were the huge quakes. Now the Landers quake was unique because that's when I started to realize that there's something about me in earthquakes because I knew it was about to hit before it hit.
Yeah, because you're darn.
No.
Your darn knee.
No, it wasn't like the one that we had in Montana. The pain for the knee started recently. I was laying under the car working on my car underneath of it. So I'm under the car, it's on jacks. And something tells me, you might want to get from underneath your car. And I'm like, why am I getting... And so I just, how you get that sixth sense? So I climb from underneath of it, and then all of a sudden, the whole building, and that's what it sounds like,
And then did the car fall?
No, the car didn't fall, but still, do you want to be under a car when the earthquake hits?
No.
No, exactly.
I'd rather be under a table.
William, you keep writing, I need to buy a $1,444 AC Pro refrigerant with gauge for a 123 YF. What is all this?
Why are you?
I keep reading that, and I think it's a different post. Anyway, you don't see that, do you?
So I see it, but I don't know how to read that. So a couple of people on Instagram are chiming in.
Okay.
Seven Gandara says, do you think Bay Area people ready for an earthquake?
No. You know why I know?
No one's ever ready.
No, you know why I know they're not ready for an earthquake? You know why I know they're not ready? Because we weren't ready. They were ready. Look how they treated. Look how COVID was.
No one's ready for anything. Let's just say that.
Well, what do? See, people make fun of me.
They do?
You make fun of me.
I always make fun of you.
Because I brought a dozen or more propane canisters. I brought a stove. I brought little things, little filters. Hold on. Let me show you something.
No, he's going to get up. You got to take your headphones off, though.
Nope, I don't have to get up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he is very I'm going to prepare.
I have a go bag.
Yeah, with the tag still attached.
Yep. So here, I have a flashlight, just in case. And then I have, hold on, let me get this. I'm showing you my go bag. I got this.
What is that?
A glow-in-the-dark knife.
Oh my gosh.
So that's ready.
Okay, where's the food?
Oh, we got the food's in the back.
Do you know where the food is?
I got the most important thing though. This box of magic.
It says Target Practice Beef.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, where's the food for the earthquake?
In the back.
Why is it not in the backpack?
Because it's too big.
Okay. But you know where exactly where it is, right? Okay.
And we got this.
Oh gosh.
So we can use this to mark where we are.
Don't blind me. I have 2 of those in my car. So
yeah, so there we go.
Oh gosh.
We're live.
What else do you think I need to buy? Well, I would say, Costco has those big, because that's what we have. Costco has those big containers of food. This is a
Life straw.
Life straw. So like dirty, any kind of like water, wherever you get it from, it can be.
You pop the top off.
Yeah, it's basically a portable filter.
And if you get some water, you put it. If it's water, you put it in a cup. You put the water here, and it filters the water so you can drink fresh water.
You have 2, right?
Yeah, one for you, one for me. So
He's
anyway,
so sweet. He thought about me.
That's right. So we're prepared as much as we can be prepared.
We're prepared because he's prepared.
Yes.
But we should probably buy a little bit more water. What?
I just forgot about something.
Oh, what?
I'll tell you after we get off the air.
Oh, okay. Is it something important?
Yeah, I definitely got to do it when we get off the air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
Oh.
It relates to the earthquake.
Okay.
Insurance.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Today's
Ooh. Yeah.
We're past.
I know.
Okay.
Oops.
Yes, buy water. The Arcade Rev says I got a flashlight free from T-Mobile and it plugs into the wall and is rechargeable. That's awesome. But if you lose electricity during the earthquake, you're gonna want something that has batteries. Yeah. Like we have these lanterns that we keep actually bedside. So we have one on each side, and I think they have D batteries?
Yes.
Yeah, they have D batteries. You can also has a USB, so if we need to charge our phones. We have these travel. I'm pointing this way because they're sitting on the edge of the table. But we have our travel banks
for power.
For our phones.
Only thing we do need to get though, I know what I'm missing. Solar powered panels to charge our phones up. We have 2-way radios.
We have 2-way radios that I don't know how to use.
You push the button and you talk.
Okay, but there's still multiple buttons.
That's one button.
Oh, I'm thinking about the one that you keep bedside.
That's a ham radio.
Okay.
Be a little different.
He's got a lot of things that I'm just like, okay, I just need the basics. Because in an emergency, I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, I need all of these things. Like at one time, I'm just going to want to pick it up and be like, okay, do we need to go or, or are we good to have it? Because I guess the way that I think about it is if we had an earthquake, the first place I would go, because this is how I grew up, Loma Prieta earthquake, I was sitting on a bed watching TV, and the minute the quake shook, I was always taught to run under the table. So that's what I did. I ran out of the table, but we didn't have electricity for more than 24 hours. Oh no, actually, yeah, more than 24 hours. My mom was making dinner, so we had dinner. Good thing, we had a gas stove and everything, so she was still able to make dinner. But the first thing I always do is run to underneath the table. So when an earthquake hits, where are you gonna go?
If earthquake hits?
Yeah. You're not going to run underneath the table?
No, you know what? I'm going to be like, everybody going surfing. Surfing USA. Because I'm going to ride that baby out. All the way down the hill, baby. Woo-hoo. Snap. Crackle pop.
You're crazy. All right. So, let me catch up. You look on those and I'll look here.
Yeah, the emergency kit only works if you know how to use it. Yep, exactly. Double...
Felix says you need 4 packs of lumpia in the freezer too.
Well, we got stuff in the freezer.
We do have stuff in the freezer, but once the power goes out,
we use the stove. The stove downstairs.
Right, but I'm saying that stuff in the freezer won't last very long.
That's why you cook it. You need to cut it. You need to cook it.
You need help. Yeah.
How many
Chris says double D's.
I'm looking to see how many people got.
Well, yeah, I get that, Gabriel. I get that it's rechargeable, but if you lose the electricity and then the flashlight where it was charged ended up not being...
And keep in mind, there's a pretty good chance your cell phone's not going to work.
Ends up running out of power, then how are you going to recharge it if is just electricity. That
Yeah.
was my point of saying that. So my Arcade Rev says my friend also got me light sticks from a military surplus store.
Yes, light sticks are good.
Yeah.
But we have the little flashers that run off the batteries. And so we can put those somewhere. If we really are in an emergency, we'll put it in the window and it's magnetic so they know that we're here. Greetings, Stanley, from my home in Sapporo, Japan. Muted, sadly, as at work. Hope you are both doing well. And now we have a person from Japan.
Nice.
Toothless, Dragon Toothless. But he's been here before.
Thank you for joining us, Dragon Toothless, all the way from Japan.
Hey, Stanley,
what time is it there?
Did you investigate whether... So, no, I can't... You know what? So, Gabriel asked a question. Hey, Stanley, did you investigate why the video description of these podcasts on YouTube say you're one of the people featured done the basketball? You know, that's been a problem we've been having for years. And YouTube is part of Google, right? Yes. So, that just... Google has always had a problem where they get us mixed up. I can't, I try to fix it, and they still revert back to me being the basketball player.
Oh, you didn't change it. It still says tonight is a late night stream.
Where to say that?
Down here at the bottom.
Oh, that's okay. I think when I rebooted, it was went back.
So I don't know if you want to answer this, because it's changing gears, but Seven Gandura says, how did Oakland lose all three teams? Crimes, politics, or no money?
It's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything. I think people were tired. A lot of the teams were tired of their fans being hit. Like, for example, the Warriors, when people NBA, they had the playoffs, and they would show up to do the playoffs. They're having their gear stolen from, like, they go eat across the street. And I think after a while, and then the city offered, I think San Francisco offered them a better stadium. Mm-hmm. And who's not going to take a better stadium? They say, hey, you come with us, we'll give you incentives, and we'll give you a better stadium. So I think that's made. I don't 100% sure. I'm not going to make up something, and then somebody like, oh, you're wrong. I like when people ask me questions and somebody comes back and tells me how wrong I am. I'm like, I don't know. I think it has to do with all of it.
It's your opinion, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so it's noon in Hong Kong.
Speaking about Japan, we had some Japanese ramen
last week. Yeah.
Last week, yeah, we had to go to a movie screening, which we're not allowed to talk about.
No, it's not already. The movie came out on the 27th.
Okay, so
it was called The Wild Robot.
Yeah, it's an animation.
It's really cute, actually.
Yeah. I kind of enjoyed it. It was a good movie.
Yeah, it was. Without giving too much of the movie, it was an animation about a robot that is outside of its natural habitat. Whatever you want to think of that, but basically in this wilderness area, and the robot adjusts to the wilderness area.
Yeah. So Gabriel asked, did you figure out why every tweet you post comes out in bold? I had no idea that was even an issue. I'm hearing that for the first time today.
He's just bringing all sorts of things to your attention.
Like, do you know why the moon is flat? Speaking about the moon, we're supposed to have a second moon today.
Is it really tonight?
It's supposed to be tonight. So that'll be interesting to see two moons. Mm-hmm. But I'm wondering, how big is this thing? Will we actually be able to see it?
I don't know. I didn't realize it was happening tonight, so I'll keep a lookout.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can use your telescope.
I think it's going to be in the northern.
Oh, we can still use
it. Eastern exposure.
Oh.
So we'll see. Yeah. Gabriel had no idea that my tweets were coming out in bold, but thank you. Instagram, if you're there, we're watching. Diane will read whatever you write, but if you want to jump in on the chat, just log off.
Yeah, so we've got people on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram chiming in. Although the people that are separate from Instagram, so that's everybody else, can see what everyone is typing in the chat, except for those that are on Instagram, because we're doing it through the phone. So
yes,
just an FYI. But when we're reading the comments, I try to at least say the name that it's associated with.
And if you're on Instagram, thank you for joining us. We have been trying to link up Instagram with this feed for months, and it just won't go through.
So this is so if you're on Instagram, Millennial-Boom is the podcast or the stream that we do every Sunday evening. And we usually stream it on YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, and X, right? And so yeah, like Stanley said, we were trying to do it on Instagram but couldn't figure it out. So he's doing it separately on his phone, which is why if you go to like YouTube or any of the other ones, you'll see that it's kind of a different angle.
Yeah. It's the moon is flat. It's like a giant tortilla.
So Seven Gondora, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, from Instagram says, Stanley, why'd you stop working at Cron 4? And this is a story that Stanley has told many times on this stream. Many times.
I feel like I have to tell every individual person.
What you really need to do is create a video just telling your story, and then so when people ask, you send them to that highlight video. Because I think that will save time and energy. Because ask the question, that's totally fine, but I think that sometimes the energy that you take to put into telling that story also is kind of exhausting. It's a lot. I mean, sorry, I'm speaking for you.
No, you're right.
Maybe it's not a lot. I don't know. It seems like it's a lot.
So, no disrespect to anybody, but I literally get asked this question 100 times a month. And we've told the story.
Literally when he runs into people, oh my gosh, I miss your videos on Cron. Are you in Arizona now? Are you back? Like, it's just a million questions.
Yeah, and someone the other day said to me, yeah, you come in from Arizona and then you do these stories and you go back to Arizona. I'm like, no, I live here.
So Seven Gondora, he does have a YouTube channel, which
Mr. Badley TV.
We're streaming on it right now. Actually, it's called Mr.
Badley TV.
Mr. Badley TV. So if you're on YouTube, subscribe to Mr. Badley TV, and you can watch the podcast or the stream there as well. But yes, so Mr. Badley TV is the YouTube channel that he has that has additional videos that he's been making ever since he left Cron. So
I'll sit down one day and try to make a video. I mean, I can make one right now, and somebody can just record it and then clip it, and then I can just tell the story real quick. And that way we can get it over with. Because it's real simple. I didn't get fired from Cron.
Are you looking at me for confirmation? I'm confused.
Well, we are having a conversation.
No, I mean, you can tell it. You could probably clip it right after this if you decide to.
No, I know. I just tell Gabriel to clip it. Hey, Gabriel, you start rolling, Gabriel, so we can clip this right now. We can get this over with. And we can discuss it and get it out of the way. And then it'll be 90 seconds or less. So tell me when you're rolling, Gabriel, and I'll start talking about why I am no longer at Cron 4 in San Francisco. And, Gabriel has a few second delay, but he'll definitely roll something on it, as he always does, and then he'll have the exact date and time as when we posted this. Because I'm sure it's already been said, he probably already knows it's been said. He can probably tell us the date and the time it was before. I mean, why can't we just grab that video and clip it?
You can. Well, I mean, but we don't know when it was.
Well, Gabriel knows. He knows everything. And if you guys don't know, Gabriel is our unofficial timekeeper. Sorry, I think I missed that most important 5 seconds.
Could you repeat what you want me to do, please? That's funny.
Oh, you got jokes now, huh? All right. So anybody who has the ability to record this, please do. I'm going to give a spiel as to why I am no longer at Cron 4, and I haven't been for 6 years.
When you finish this, when you finish this stream,
mm-hmm.
It will be on your YouTube page.
It will be.
Correct?
Yes.
So anytime you want, you could link that. If you don't want to cut it, you can so and so time and so and so time.
So Gabriel, once you record this, and then we're going to make a little disclaimer as to why I'm no longer at Cron. And then whenever someone asks why, we'll just play that video. We'll say, hey, this is why I'm not there.
So he said an ad came up on Twitch.
Yeah, I read it. Stanley wants you to go out, buy 2 Oreo Blizzards, and deliver them to Diane and Stanley. That's exactly right.
Who wrote that?
Chris. It's coming up in a second.
Okay, all Chris, right. Definitely not.
Okay, I recorded it anytime. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Stanley Roberts, and people keep asking me, why are you not at Cron 4 anymore? That's a very simple answer. I asked Cron 4 to pay me what I was worth, and they told my agent that I was worth nothing. So my agent found me a job in Arizona, and then when the Cron found out that I was worth nothing, was leaving Arizona, they decided to trademark the name of Mr. Badley of People Behaving Badly, and told me that now that we trademarked the name, you can't leave. So I said my name is better than just my work is better than just my name, and all I asked for was $180,000, and you guys said that was something you wouldn't want to do.
You guys, as in Cron.
That's Cron, so you didn't want to do it. So I took the option of taking the job in Arizona, which I did, and out of 3 days after I left, Cron deleted my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel. Matter of fact, my daughter called me today and asked me for the video when she was a baby that was on that YouTube channel that got deleted. And I told her I don't have it anymore.
Because it was your own personal page.
It was my own personal page. They also reached out to Facebook and had my page demonetized. And so I couldn't do anything. I basically couldn't do a thing with it. Now I do it. So now I'm back here. I do a nonprofit. I'm not doing it to get rich, clearly, because if that was the case, I'd have been rich a long time ago. But I'm trying to do journalism. After almost 40 years of journalism, I'm trying to continue the purpose of doing the nonprofit to bring public awareness to people. So if you go to MrBadley.com, you can see what we do. And that's the whole story of why I ended up in Arizona. There's nothing else more about it. I didn't get fired. I didn't. The job didn't fold up. None of that stuff. So there you go. The end.
Seven Gondra says, I'm going to stop watching Cron 4. Awesome.
Well, I'm not telling you to stop watching them. I'm just telling you what happened. So the management has since changed when that happened. But they claim that they're no longer want to do the same kind of story coverage, which I meet a lot of news organizations that say, yeah, we don't do that. But yet they do everything else the same thing they did before. So it is what it is. So we're here. We're hoping that, we were trying to work off of donations to do more work. And also look into government contracts, which takes time. So the problem is that, not even a problem, when I do these stories now, people, they don't know who to complain to when they don't like a story. But, I don't do stories to make people happy. I do stories to educate them. And there's stories that are going to rub people the wrong way. But you know what? I always say, if you don't behave badly, there's no way I can do a story on it.
Yeah. If you commit a crime, I mean, and you're out in public.
Gabriel says, I clip it later and send it to you. I charge 25 cents per view. Do you know how much you get for a view on Instagram? Less than 0.00006 cents. In other words, you get a sixth of a penny.
That's like nothing.
A sixth of a penny if you post something on social media.
So should I just get a penny and start cutting it in?
And you got to cut it
in 6 pieces. Felix says Cron doesn't even allow comments on their YouTube channel. Red flag.
Now here's an interesting part. Well, you know why? Because people are saying, "Why'd you do that to me?" And people are right. But I
don't know. I don't think news stations in general allow comments on their. Do they? Okay.
Yeah. So another interesting part that we found out was that if you go to Cron Force channel, I'm still up. The whole page, my page is still there, like I never left.
Oh, someone said on Instagram, DVA Pam says they said they did this to Michael Finney also on ABC7.
Yeah.
Oh, is Michael Finney not there anymore?
No, he's been gone.
Oh, I have not watched ABC7 for a while. After I got out of the news business, I don't watch it as often. That's just by choice. Okay.
So that's the story. We will clip it and we will post it, and people will know.
And you could point them to it.
Yes.
So Seven Gondora from Instagram says, do you get offended when people call you the biggest snitch in the Bay Area?
You know what? I know the definition of snitch. And the definition of snitch is someone who is in trouble that tells on someone else so they can get out of trouble. That's the true definition of a snitch. Mm-hmm.
So by definition, you ain't a snitch.
Well, that's the case, and I get offended when people call me the N-word. That happens quite a bit too.
Oh God.
I get offended. I don't get offended anymore because it's just a waste of energy. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of. My whole thing now is to live and let live. But I also want to live in a world where we don't have to worry about being hit by drunk drivers. We're run over by people slamming into you because they're high behind the wheel. People committing robberies and they're getting away with it, which I never understood that one.
Yeah.
The open rampant drug use, I'm totally against all that. That's like, who thought of this and why? Whoever thought that was a great idea, I have no idea. But it's not. It never should be. And anybody who who supports that kind of behavior shouldn't be allowed to run an office.
Well, the way that I see it is like people are harming others to get money.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
you're harming others on purpose to get money.
You know what's crazy though? People make money for everything every day. But if I try to post one video, oh, you're just trying to make money. I'm like, oh, who isn't trying to make money? I mean, realistically, let's be realistic. News stations try to make money
a news station is a business.
Yeah, they try to make money so they can pay their bills.
Right.
Who doesn't try to make money? That's just if someone says, you know, I mean, intentionally or incidentally, everybody at some point has to feed their family.
Yeah.
Now, if you try to make money through robbery, I have a problem with that. But if you're doing it the right way and you're doing things legally, then okay, I have no offense if you try to make money.
Yeah. But the people that commit the crimes and then others justify it because they're like, well, we're just trying to feed our families. It's like, but you're harming people to try to feed your family.
Remember when they were doing the robberies and people were like, oh, insurance will cover it. They're good. Insurance will cover it.
That is such a nasty way to think of it. This is all my opinion. I think it's a nasty way to think about that. I'm not gonna even because you're gonna get me on a rant, so I'm not gonna start.
I love when you go on a rant.
I will not start.
So the whole thing. Go ahead.
There's some people on Instagram. Let's see.
How many people are on there right now?
6.
Okay.
Gabriel says, "Hi Diane, can I tell you secrets on here since Stanley can't see them?" Oops,
oh.
Sorry. Guess I messed that one up for you. 7 Gondor. Amen. Kello. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the names. Kello McCode 4 says, "Hi Stanley.
Hello.
Love watching your specials. Keep doing your thing, brother. Much love." The Overwatch Collective says, "Appreciate you, Stanley, and always enjoy Step with you. Have a good night."
Yeah, STEP is good. And if you don't know what STEP is, everybody, STEP is Saturation Traffic Enforcement Program. Now, the irony of this whole STEP thing is I was doing STEP before STEP was named STEP. It was just a bunch of officers that would go out once a month and just target certain parts of the city for high traffic incidents. Mm-hmm. And it was even, STEP at one point was even commended by Office of Traffic Safety for lowering traffic-related fatalities.
That's awesome.
By 50%.
That's a lot.
Because every week, every month, once a month, we would go out, and it wasn't just the enforcement that caused it to go down. Mm-hmm. It was the enforcement and the advertising of the enforcement, mm-hmm. or the videos of the enforcement. And because I'm not associated with any police agency, and I'm a journalist, I don't have to blur faces. I never have to blur faces. If you are an agency, you have to blur. You want to blur because you know that's just how they do it.
Yeah, but you don't work for an agency.
I'm a news journalist, and I just tell you the truth. Sometimes the truth isn't what you want to see.
Yeah.
And sometimes,
especially if you're the one involved in it.
And sometimes the truth affects you personally, or someone you know personally, and you're like, oh, I don't want this. Well, of course nobody wants it, but you know what? I don't show people not behaving badly, and then make up stuff about it. Mm-hmm. If you're behaving badly and you're doing something and we catch it, I'm going to show it.
Well, my question is why don't people think about that stuff before they behave badly?
Because people don't, just like the guy who tries to break into the house by climbing down a chimney and gets stuck. I'm sure he was thinking, oh, I can't wait to get stuck in this chimney. He's assuming he's going to climb down there and rob the house like old St. Nick.
And get out scot-free.
And get out scot-free. But then, he doesn't understand how that chimneys aren't just a straight shot down. They curve. So that way the smoke doesn't come back or the rain doesn't come down.
Yeah. And just put out your fire.
But just face it, a lot of people are not that bright.
Yeah. No. I mean, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt and think people are smarter than what I see. But the problem is I feel like I constantly see people making such poor decisions that I have to second guess giving my benefit of the doubt.
And I think everybody in one part of their life makes a poor decision.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody. And it can be as simple as you made that turn, but you thought you stopped. I've talked to a lot of people who swear on their mom that they stopped, and then you show the video and they didn't stop.
Yeah.
The other thing is people like to use, oh, they're just doing this so they can get clicks. So that makes it sound negative. It's funny how we can turn stuff into negative. Like, for instance, if someone tries Ozempic and they want to lose weight.
Try what?
Ozempic.
Oh, Ozempic, yeah.
So they want to lose weight. people don't applaud you for trying to lose weight. They say, "Oh, I can't believe you're losing weight by using Ozempic."
They're getting judgy.
They judge you about weight loss because you're not doing it the way they think it should be done.
Yeah.
So no matter what you do, there's someone's going to judge it. And what they do is they tend to spin things to meet their narrative.
Yeah.
And they do it to what I call a vacuum. So they say it to people that want to hear it. And the more they say it to people who hear it, the more they want to say it. And people don't know that, people will spin stuff for their own benefit every single time. They'll write stories that aren't true. And as you read it, then it must be true.
Well, that's the thing, especially with like the internet. People like read it and they automatically think, oh my gosh, it's true, without checking like multiple sources. Because as journalists, well, me as a former journalist, like I was always taught you look for more than one source. If you see something like, breaking news alert, right? Well, we got to confirm it. Like we don't just go with it unless it's like a reputable source and you see it maybe like in another place. But like you also have to look into what kind of source it is.
Yeah.
Felix on YouTube says, I just found out I can't be a CHP officer now because the age limit is 35.
Yep.
The age limit is 35. Hey, I can't be a CHP officer either, Felix. I'm right there with you. I am well over the age of 35. So.
And also, you have to retire, I think, at 60.
Hey, so, that's kind of good, though. If you get started early.
You have to retire.
No, I know, but like, who wants to... I mean,
listen to me.
Oh, like they force you?
Yes.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is...
No, but I'm saying that there's some people that are like, I'm 60,
keep going.
I can go a couple more years,
Yeah.
Nope, you gotta retire.
Man, but I would love to retire at 60. Anyways, you got a few more posts.
So if you're just wondering, we have a setup camera for Instagram.
Yeah, so you got a different looking angle than everyone from like YouTube and Twitch.
So I'm on Instagram at Stanley Roberts TV at Instagram.
Yeah.
And you can see you'll see a different version of it. What were you going to read the next one?
So DVA Pam says, knowing your worth is commendable, sir. Glad to see you still pursuing your passion. I love that.
Thank you. I'm trying. It's just my passion. Of all the passions in the world, I picked the most expensive one. And we don't have sponsors. We rely almost solely off of donations to do the work we do. And I know hundreds of thousands of people love the work I do, but it's expensive. So we ask people to go to our website and donate if they can afford to. If you can't afford to, then don't donate.
Yeah.
No one is making you donate. No one is making you give money. You'll see a link that Instagram has this new thing now where they put links up. I change it so that way I do it myself because it was actually adding it to everything. And I didn't always mean for a link to go up there to say you can we're doing a fundraiser, please help us. And also I never thought that putting up a link for a fundraiser would be so polarizing.
I feel like sometimes, my opinion only, but I feel like sometimes like your passion for doing things, like for this whole, trying to educate the public through these public safety videos and showing, what can happen when you violate traffic laws, what can happen when you violate laws in general, like trying to show this to people, I feel like. And then and when you ask for a donation, like I've never seen so many people get bothered by the fact that you're asking for donations. Like I don't think that people understand that, like, okay, you don't work at Cron anymore, so therefore you don't get a consistent paycheck from a news station to do those stories. But because you want to still serve the public, carry out your passion and show people and educate them on why the rules of the road are so important. Like you're doing this as your job, but in some sort of way you still need to get paid. But since you don't have Cron anymore, that's where the donations come in to be able to still create the videos, And I don't think people understand that or even try to.
No, they don't. They just see, they're used to everything being free. You turn on TV and there I am.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like people are used to things being free, and I get that, but I don't know. like what it is. I feel like you've explained. Maybe you should create a video on that too. Like one.
Uh.
No. Just a suggestion, but I'm just saying like one video for like why I don't work at Cron and another video, or maybe you could do like just.
Well, like Maverick said, 90%
now.
of those comments are genuine. They come from trolls who post negative comments all
Genuine.
day. Genuine, the rapper.
The
for
R&B
the dopamine rush.
The R&B singer.
Now, Gabriel wrote something, and I want to respond to it. Are you sure that your passion is more expensive than mine? This isn't a competition, Gabriel, but you're welcome any day to buy the equipment I need to buy to.
What did you just say?
No idea. Scratch myself.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I get it, Chris. 90% of those comments probably aren't genuine, but I think, in all honesty, I think it's it's more so when I see people say it in person that like I get irritated, because when you say things like that in person, like more than likely these people like have been following him for a long time. So when they see him in person, they recognize him from TV. But for them to be skeptical of the whole donation thing, it's like, well, aren't you know who he is? Like, so what would you, like, what is wrong for, I don't know. Maybe I should just not get into it, because I could go on a rant. But I highly, like, support you, like, in all things, and I feel, like, really bummed, I think, when I see people react.
So we have a subject having a whole conversation about ACs in cars.
Oh, I missed it.
How would I know if the AC is working? It's a 2019 Hyundai Insight. I didn't notice anything that changes when the AC is turned it on.
Do you feel the AC?
I don't know. They're having a whole conversation that we're not part of.
Okay.
They're in the chat going their whole thing.
I will ignore that.
Rant on, and Chris says, rant on, sister, rant on.
Rant on. Yeah. I mean, there's so much I could say. I think for me, it's just there's so much I build up seeing happen to you that, like, sometimes I don't even say it to you because I know that you're already going through it, like, mentally, that I don't want to, like emphasize it, so I don't say anything. But then it eats me up sometimes, too. And so, like, I need a way to vent it. I don't want to vent it to you guys, but I just kind of feel like you work so hard to just, like, not be taken seriously.
Well,
We're not online?
So Instagram, you're still live, but for some reason our connection dropped for restream, and it should be back in a moment. I'm watching it frozen. It should be frozen over there. I'll wait till that pops up on your part.
Oh, here, yeah.
Yeah. So we're having
So the chat is still going for some reason.
Yeah, but see, we're still frozen.
Yeah. Okay, so at least with Instagram, we're on.
Yeah.
So what do we...
So if you're back now, for some reason we're having some...
our Wi-Fi maybe?
Wi-Fi dropping issues. It's ironic because every time they want to raise our bill and we talk them down, they give us a better rate, but then they give us really crappy service. It's almost instant.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So another question on Instagram was from Seven Gondora. Thoughts on sideshows and SF Fentanyl not being shut down?
So I think, it used to be a time when I would put the sideshows out on blast, but now they use that as now whenever people blast the sideshow stuff going on, they use it as a badge of honor, and they wait for the videos to come up so they can do more. So it's like, and then I just saw one up at Hilltop where they literally were doing a sideshow, but then the video was a cutaway of a guy stomping on the windshields of brand new trucks that haven't been brought yet.
They're still on the lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't been bought yet. They're still on the lot. They're brand new. And once you get bigger and more successful, you're open to accepting volunteer work. I would love to, on my days off in the future, just thought that crossed you. So Felix, as much as I would love to do volunteer work, I've done a lot of volunteer work already. I've done more volunteer work than the average volunteer.
I think he's asking if he could do volunteer work. Oh, am I wrong?
Oh, he said, are you open to accepting volunteer work?
Oh, okay, I read that.
So I don't know if he wants to do the volunteer work or if he wants me to do work for volunteer. But every time I do STEP, I'm volunteering for that. I don't get paid to go out and do STEP.
Yeah.
That's a volunteer. I get up at 5 in the morning to get dressed to be at the door by 7, so that way, and make breakfast and coffee, so I can go out there and do these shoots, these ride-alongs. Yeah, this is all volunteer. And if I get a donation, I'll take it. But it's mostly volunteer. 99% of our work that I've been doing lately has been volunteer.
Because social media doesn't
Yeah.
pay unless you have.
Oh
like,
no,
a certain...
volunteer work for you.
So,
no, I accept people to help out, but
oh,
I personally don't like to have people work for free. Because you're here, you got to feed your family just like everybody else. If I can pay you, I will pay you. But if you want to pitch in and help, you're welcome to do it. I can't stop you from pitching in and help.
Yeah.
Always welcome help.
Feel free to send a resume.
Yeah, send me a resume or something if you want to help. If you want to help social media wise, let me know. I mean, trust me, I need to build a team. But a team, again, costs money. And I don't expect anybody to work for free. If I need to feed you, I'll feed you. If somebody comes to me and says they want to volunteer, I take them to eat. You be with me. Let's go eat, guys. And then they eat. At least I put something in your stomach.
In your tummy. What is that?
Water.
Oh, okay. Okay, so did you finish the other question? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Betty Veronica, she showed up late. So what's up, Betty Veronica? Betty Veronica is on YouTube.
Yeah. So Felix, you said, for instance, security, which is my line of work. Well, we can talk about that, but I need to know what your I know it's your line of work, but what do you do and how do you do it? Because we can always use security, but I have to maintain $2 million worth of insurance to do these shoots, and that's money I pay out of my own pocket to do these shoots, so that way I'm covered. Because I can't expect, if I'm not doing a ride along and there's a shootout, I can't expect the city to cover my expenses. So I have to maintain $2 million worth of insurance every year just to be able to go do this work that I'm not getting paid to do. I enjoy doing it, but I don't get paid to do it. Okay, Stanley, super important question. Which movie do you watch this afternoon? Foxy Brown or Superfly? Neither one, but if I had to watch either one of them, Foxy Brown.
I don't know if I've seen either one of those.
Yeah. So, and anyway, that's it. So and we're at our 1 hour notice. Normally we shut it down. We try to do within an hour. Sometimes we go an hour and a half. We have never done it for 2 hours yet, have we?
I think we have.
Once?
Well, we think we were really a few minutes
really close
short
away
of
from
2 hours. Yeah.
So
we were a quarter to 2 hours.
Okay. Any more questions on Instagram?
Did you get that?
Yeah. I know from the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, the video.
Yeah. Let's see. Seven Gondara says, why is Kamala Harris disliked in the Bay Area?
Oh, I don't do politics. We don't do politics here.
Yeah, we actually don't do politics.
So we're not going to have that discussion. I don't know. We don't keep track of it. This is a apolitical podcast. Mm-hmm. We rarely ever discuss politics unless it affects us directly, and that would be local politics. But that's a whole different story. I don't think you were ever on for 2 hours. No, we were close.
We were close, yeah.
So yes, and we do have the coffee. If you see the QR code, if you're not on, you won't see it on Instagram. But we have a coffee blend, which is really good. And people say, it's $19.99 is expensive. But if you buy coffee every day at Starbucks at $6 a pop, we've already, and this is really good coffee blend. So. Anyway, anything else you want? Instagram questions?
There's no more Instagram questions.
Okay.
No more at this moment.
And we thank you for joining us on Instagram. It's our first time doing it. We'll try to figure out to get it onto here, but every time I put in their code, it just rejects it. So I can't make it. And if I wanted to add another set of streams, they want another $200 a month.
On Restream?
Yeah, a year.
Oh. Well, maybe the next time we can use my phone for something.
No, I just didn't charge it.
17 right now.
Mine just was at 39 when I started it. 1 hour 53 minutes on October 1st, 2023.
Probably the longest. Yeah.
So that would be like tomorrow.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so that's why we were short of. So that was a year from Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking we were like a few minutes short from 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were close. but we didn't actually make it to 2 hours.
Yeah. And we're not making it to 2 hours
And
tonight.
October 1st is tomorrow.
No, Tuesday. Tomorrow's September 30th.
Okay,
Today is the last Sunday of September,
All right.
but not the last day of
All
September.
right. I got to go online and make a couple payments. Hopefully it's not too late.
All right.
So I need to log off and do that because that's important, especially with the weather the way it's going to be
Más
tomorrow.
importante.
Most important. Because you know that'll put it to happen, right?
Yeah, stop putting it out there.
Just saying.
Just saying.
All right, everybody. I'm a boomer. I mean, no.
You're the millennial. I'm a boomer. Just for the newbies here, just for those that haven't been with us before or maybe have been with us only a few times, our podcast is called Millennial-Boom, and the reason why is because technically I'm actually the millennial and he's a boomer if you haven't noticed, but I would say in more ways than none. No, that's not even the right saying. In more ways.
More ways than one.
In more ways than one. I was like, that sounds wrong. In more ways than one, I'm actually the boomer and he's the millennial. So he's much more technologically savvy than I am. He's like into video games. He knows.
Thank you, Brad, on the go for the $1.99 super chat.
Thanks, Brad, on the go. Super chats on YouTube, by the way. And he just does more things than like a millennial would do, and I'm very like old school. I like still will write checks. I still like write things out. I'd rather write things out than type them out on a computer. Things like that. So I'm the boomer. So you're a millennial.
Well, I have to go backwards first. I know that you could be anywhere in the world.
Oh, that's right.
And you chose to spend some time with us, rather inadvertently or rather by design or inadvertently. No matter how, if you just pass it through, we thank you. We appreciate it.
I'm laughing because Gabriel said it was a fail when you called yourself a boomer.
I know. It's, it is what it is. I got that thought in my mind of what we missed.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I can't miss it. And then I missed it.
You're a millennial.
I'm a boomer.
No, Beep. You're a millennial. Okay, if we can't even get our sign off right, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
I'm just messing with you because it's fun.
Okay.
All right. Oh, wait. Let me show one more thing before we go. What are you laughing at?
I'm just reading.
What are you reading?
Thank you guys for joining us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, X, LinkedIn. Am I missing anything?
All of them.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't have anybody chime in from Facebook today. I just realized. But if you're watching from Facebook but didn't chime in, chime in. Thanks for at least watching.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Next time, chime in.
Yes, next time. What she said.
We'll see you in October.
Oh, shucks.
What? Oh, shucks? Why
Oh,
oh,
somebody
shucks?
wrote, oh, shucks.
Oh, Parrish said, oh, shucks. Oh, shucks. That sounded wrong coming out of my mouth for some reason. Shucks.
Do you know what the definition of shucks is?
Oh. It's like, aw, drats.
Drats, spell drats.
D-R-A-T-S.
All right, just checking.
You don't even know how to spell it.
I know that you can be anywhere in the world and still watch you.
He says, and I know that I can.
I know. I was saying it wrong. So
can you watch us on Threads too?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Betty Veronica, you're lying. MySpace. Yes, thanks for joining us from MySpace and Friendster and
Black
Planet and Asian Avenue and Mi Gente and what else?
Gotta get those MySpace angles. Angles.
What else? What is the other ones? Is that it? Oh, and from AOL. Thanks for joining us from AOL. Yeah, thanks for joining us. All right. Oh, Friendster, what was that it? Yeah, no, I said Friendster. I haven't been on Friendster in a very long time.
Yeah, I'm going to go and download off of Napster now. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, and LimeWire.
It's still around.
And LimeWire.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys.
Did you know that TikTok had a music channel?
No.
Yeah,
I'm not on TikTok like that. I'm not. What the heck is ICQ? Is that a chat? I forget what that is.
Never heard of it before.
I'm looking it up.
Tom on MySpace was my only friend.
Oh no, who said that?
Betty Veronica. Betty Roberts.
Oh, Betty Veronica, that's a shame. I hope you're lying.
She's joking.
I know.
It was a
Remember
joke.
when you could when there were like codes, HTML codes that you could make or that you could add where you instead of having a top 8, then you would have like a top 32 and a top 64? Oh, you didn't do all that? I did. Oh, you guys, I had a dream last night
Martin Luther
that
King.
instead of using my iPhone, I switched back to a Nokia, and man, I was enjoying it. I also ate 5 chocolate chip cookies in my dream too. Okay, I know.
That's an earthquake?
Oh, maybe that was closer to when I woke up. I know that was like useless information, but I thought I would just share. All right.
Okay, Sunny.
Good night.
All right, guys. We love you guys. We love you all. Thank you very much. We even love you all and Gabriel.
Oh my gosh.
And have a good night. And remember, you are what you eat.
You are what you absorb.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
What? It's true. Because if you eat it and don't digest and absorb it, you don't become one. It doesn't enter your cells. Well, at least you didn't put it up to my mouth.
Diane I had a dream speech.
I did have a dream.
Okay, Martin.
Ooh, chocolate chip cookie sounds really good right now, though. Dang it. I guess I have to go to sleep so I can dream.
You want some salty nuts? You got some in the cabinet.
In the cabinet?
Yeah.
Beep. Sign off.
All right.
Bye, guys. Yes, Snake. I love that game. Actually, do you think there's a Snake version from the Nokia phone that you can put on your iPhone?
Goodbye.
Do you know what Snake is?
No.
Did you have a Nokia?
No. I had a Yes Kia.
That was so whack.
I just had a Kia.
Okay, goodbye.
All right.
Bye.
I'm going to have some cookies. Good baker around the corner.
Ooh.
All right, everybody. Enjoy it. Enjoy your day if you're just starting it out.
Mail me some cookies.
Some of you just your day. Enjoy it. And be safe.
Sleep safely.
Yeah. Hey, nowadays you never know.
Man, I can't wait to sleep so I can eat some chocolate chip cookies. That sounds so bad. Okay. Okay, bye. I messed up going off on too many rants.